Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6.
Breaking developments as Washington State Patrol Trooper Sarah Clayson resigns from the agency. Tonight, why her defense attorney is saying it is not any admission of wrongdoing.
Plus, what happens when your home isn't in a fire district? West Benton Fire Rescue responds to the protection gap.
And cleaning up after a driver is arrested following a head-on crash into a church, the police pursuit that led to significant building damage.
And to a live look now out of Richland. Beautiful skies, a few clouds out there. Hayden Nix in tonight for Stacy Lee with more on the warm temperatures we're seeing. How will they wind up going into the weekend? The news starts now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6 on your side.
Great to be with you here on this Wednesday night. I'm Wendy Redmond.
Hi, everybody. I'm Austin Reed.
We begin tonight with breaking news. The Washington State Patrol announcing shortly before 4:30 this afternoon, Trooper Sarah Clayson resigned her post effective April 1st, 2026.
Authorities say her trial is ongoing and they will not comment on her service, the events leading to her arrest, or agency processes until court proceedings are complete. As you may know, Clayson is facing DUI vehicular homicide after a deadly crash in Richland in March of 2025.
New at 6, we reached out to Sarah Clayson's defense attorney, Scott Johnson, to learn more. He said in part, quote, "The decision to resign was not made lightly. It reflects the extraordinary pressure and circumstances surrounding the situation, not any admission of wrongdoing. We ask that it not be mischaracterized." Johnson went on to say the rush to judgment in this case continues to be both premature and inappropriate. Our client is entitled to the full presumption of innocence, and we expect that right to be respected by the public and the media alike. Johnson ended by saying he will continue to vigorously challenge these allegations and hold the prosecution to its burden of proof. He told us via email that he is confident that a full and fair examination of the evidence will present a far more complete and accurate picture than what has been suggested publicly.
Other news here at midweek now, tensions between Benton and Franklin counties continue to escalate over the future of juvenile justice services. Benton County commissioners have now voted to waive communication requirements, allowing them to move forward without notifying Franklin County in advance.
Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen has more on what this means and how leaders are responding.
The divide between Benton and Franklin counties is deepening over the juvenile detention services. In a special meeting last week, Benton County commissioners approved a resolution removing the requirement to meet with Franklin County and dropping a 90-day notice before making changes tied to the juvenile center.
I move to approve a resolution waiving the requirement to meet and discuss any concerns over juvenile detention.
Franklin County Administrator Brian Danzel says that move adds to the frustrations after a plan Franklin County submitted he says was dismissed.
There was no feedback given as to how we could make it a better plan. And then there was an absolute outright refusal on the part of the bench to even meet with anybody at all from Franklin County.
Danzel says Benton County leaders have suggested Franklin County is slowing things down, which he disputes.
So the idea that we're dragging our feet is just a complete falsehood.
Danzel says the counties have had more constructive talks in recent days and says both counties are trying in good faith to find a way to come to a resolution. But every month the stalemate continues costs Franklin County about $250,000 a month. He says the focus is protecting taxpayers.
I've got a lot of grief for doing my job, and what my job is to protect the taxpayers of Franklin County. And again, I just want to let folks know that I don't apologize for that. That's what my job is.
As both counties continue toward operating separate juvenile facilities, we reached out to Benton County for a statement, and in that statement, the county says the matter is under internal review and it's not in a position to comment further. For now, it's unclear how this latest move affects the timeline. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
This comes as both counties work toward running independent juvenile facilities, with more decisions expected soon.
Time now to switch gears and get a check on weather. We have a beautiful sunset in progress right now, Austin.
We sure do. Let's check in with First Alert meteorologist Hayden Nix. He is in for our Stacy Lee. And yeah, there's that sunset right now, Hayden.
Yeah, it's looking really nice outside for this evening. Temperatures, again, still above normal for this time of the year, but comfortable with mid-60s out there and a very light wind in the Tri-Cities area. So if you want to go outside and enjoy the evening, I would say do so. We're still going to be tracking some comfortable conditions and a more of that early spring-like feel as we navigate into tomorrow. Even with First Alert radar showing clear conditions, we are eyeing what that moisture is up towards the northwest, and that's part of that Pineapple Express we've been talking about, and that could still create some problems, especially for our areas right along the eastern slopes of the Cascades, which we'll get to in just a moment. Current wind gusts on the lighter side for most locations, still seeing some typical gusts around 30 miles per hour back off towards the west in White Pass, just to name one of those locations there. We've got 60s across much of the valley areas, and then we've got readings around Yakima at 72 degrees still out there this evening, with temperatures going into the 40s for the overnight lows. Just a heads up for tomorrow, another pleasant day on the way, but we've got some chillier weather coming back to the forecast. We'll talk about when in a little bit.
New at 6, we are following up as West Benton Fire Rescue is explaining its response to a recent house fire outside its district. Officials say the home was not in a fire district, meaning it did not have dedicated fire protection. Crews arrived to find the home mostly engulfed, with strong winds collapsing power lines and parts of the structure falling. Firefighters took a defensive approach, saying the home could not be saved. No injuries were reported, and the homeowner received assistance.
Tonight, we're learning the Franklin County Coroner's Office just identified the man found in the Columbia River. They say he was 43-year-old Ricardo Aguilar of Pasco. On Monday morning, the Franklin County Sheriff's Office found his body in the Columbia River near an industrial dock south of the port of Pasco. This after a fisherman on shore reported seeing a body in the water. The coroner's office is ruling his death an accident, saying he drowned in the river.
Now to a crime alert. One person was arrested this morning after crashing head-on into a church in East Pasco. We were there as cleanup crews were just getting started. This all happened on the 1100 block of Court Street. Pasco PD says the driver was allegedly trying to flee police after he was first made contact with in another part of town at around 8:30. No one was injured, but the church here sustained significant damage. After a brief struggle, the male driver was taken into custody and is now facing numerous charges.
I was called by my tenant, and they said that somebody had driven into the building and that there were police on site. The car had hit the building and pulled away and looked like he was trying to hit the building in another spot.
The church spent the morning boarding up the window and plans to hold their regularly scheduled midweek service tonight. By the way, this is the suspect's vehicle, a PT Cruiser. Pasco police say they will release more details about the crash at a later date.
Benton County Sheriff's deputies and Kennewick Police are searching for a wanted man who they say ran from the scene after crashing a vehicle he borrowed into a low wall earlier this afternoon. The crash was first reported by neighbors just outside Kennewick city limits at Kellogg and Willamette. Cops say the man was driving recklessly. A woman who was in the car at the time was detained and interviewed by deputies a few blocks away on Arrowhead near Edison. We know that law enforcement drone was also deployed and a tow truck was later called in to take the car away for evidence.
I mean, at this point, there's no danger, no issue to the public. We're not entirely sure why this person ran from the vehicle. It could be a number of things, but you know, right now we're doing a check just to ensure that you know, if we do locate him, we'd like to identify him and figure out who he is.
We're told no one was hurt. The woman who was questioned was released. Deputies say if you know anything, call them as the search continues.
New at 6 now, fire safety was top of mind at this week's Yakima City Council meeting. During the March 3rd meeting, Council requested more details on fire districts, pending legislation, and overtime costs for 2026. Well, last night, fire staff provided updates on House Bill 2224 and Senate Bill 6037, which are currently in committee. The discussion also covered how fire protection districts can be formed within city or town boundaries, including required financial plans, public hearings, and governance.
Luckily for us, we're not of a city that's over 500,000. Otherwise, this whole thing that I'm talking about would be exempt, and we wouldn't apply to us because we're too large. Establishing the rate of what the levy would be and the taxes that would be imposed that are all included in a ballot issue that goes before the voters before it can be occur.
Recent overtime costs reported include over $53,000 from the general fund and more from EMS. This all comes as the city of Yakima is facing extreme budget cuts to public safety. No final decisions were made last night.
Coming up next on Apple Valley News Now live at 6, 3 new graduates prove recovery is possible. Benton County's Therapeutic Court celebrates success stories of treatment over punishment.
And meteorologist Hayden Nix in for Stacy Lee tonight. He'll have an update on your warm first alert weather forecast as the first day of spring is right around the corner.
When looking at your meal, you must always make sure there's enough sauce for every single bite.
Share and share alike with the 20-piece Chicken McNuggets for only $6.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Lifetime Dental is committed to providing the best dental care in the Tri-Cities by treating patients like family, as well as providing a healthy work-life balance for the team. Hear what their doctors have to say.
I think developing that relationship with a patient is where you get the trust. And then with the trust is when you can really kind of build on these treatment plans and provide the best care for them so that the outcome is most predictable and that they're the most satisfied. I think my passion kind of more stems from the problem-solving aspect of dentistry. So I really like getting complex patients that need a lot of different needs and kind of figuring out a plan that incorporates like good dentistry to kind of solve their problems. But I think I just get that emotional recharge from just kind of spending quality time with family. So my 2 girls and then my wife. So we try and get out of the house and get up in the mountains or go to the beach and just kind of do quality things together. And that's kind of where I get my most recharge from, for sure.
Lifetime Dental Care located at Queensgate, voted best dentist in the Tri-Cities 9 times.
The journey on Rocky Mountaineer has been incredible so far. It feels like you can reach out and touch the mountains, and I've never felt so taken care of. You really just have to be here.
Experience the Canadian Rockies by Luxury Rail. Rocky Mountaineer.
Join us April 18th for the annual Run the River Marathon and Relay presented by Runner Soul. Half marathon, 5K, and kids marathon also available. Run the Columbia River through all 3 Tri-Cities. Enjoy a fast, well-supported course with big water views. Not racing? Volunteer and help power the course. Grab your crew and make memories. Spots are limited, so claim yours now and let's run the river together.
Visit Fred's Appliance today and explore unbeatable deals on the largest selection of in-stock, get-it-today inventory in the region. Upgrade your kitchen with the spacious LG refrigerator with its innovative cooling technology and generous storage capacity. Keep your food fresher for longer while enjoying the modern design that complements any kitchen decor. The Smart ThinQ technology allows you to control and diagnose your refrigerator from your smartphone. At Fred's, we sell appliances. Only appliances.
Yet another toothpaste that does not whiten. Girl, this one works.
Basic toothpaste stops at the top. Crest goes deeper to dissolve the bonds that hold stains to teeth for whiter teeth in one day. Crest.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
McDonald's is putting value back on the menu, which means make it a meal and save. Extra value meals are back. So now, get a sausage McMuffin with egg meal for $5.
Dateline tonight on Apple Valley News Now's My Network TV.
Welcome back, everybody. A cause for celebration at the Benton County Courthouse. The county's therapeutic court is celebrating the 3 newest graduates in its Recovery Court program.
Yeah, we were there. Recovery Court helps participants dealing with substance abuse and mental health issues get their criminal charges forgiven, all through a program centered around treatment and accountability.
Today, the program's organizers have high praise for the 3 graduates who each braved their struggles with alcohol, drugs, and mental health.
And most importantly, they're honest with themselves and they're honest with the program. And with that, they're able to make the changes and completely transform their lives. It's amazing to see.
A milestone for another one of the county's therapeutic court is coming up soon, with Mental Health Court ready to celebrate its 10-year anniversary.
Now to continuing coverage. The Prescott School District is in danger of closing due to financial issues, and it is inspiring one local community service club to take action.
Apple Valley News Now's Caleb Stipkovitz takes us out to the Atomic Bowl in Richland, where a fundraiser is planned for tomorrow night.
The college students of the Mid-Columbia Rotaract Club are showing that you're never too young to make a difference, and that difference is coming in the form of a bowling night.
We have a bowling night fundraiser planned for the Prescott School District. The Prescott School District is on the brink of closure, so my team and I, Mid-Columbia Rotaract, is coming along and trying to help raise funds for the school district.
If the Prescott School District isn't able to stay open, it will impact around 300 kids. The school district says that it needs to raise $1 million to stay afloat, and it's raised around half of that so far through various measures. And Thursday evening's fundraiser serves as another opportunity to chip away at the district's goal.
People can expect to come and bowl for a good cause. That $5 covers well over 3 hours of bowling from 9:30 to 1 a.m. And that $5 will get you unlimited rounds of bowling and bowling shoes.
And although $5 is the sticker price for the bowling night, the students say that they will gladly accept larger donations as well. And if you want to get a lane Thursday evening, just be aware the club is expecting quite the crowd.
Yeah, we expect more than 500 people from Tri-Cities and from around also Tri-Cities. Just support the project and support the Prescott School District and support the students who is going to be in need in the future.
The student organizers say that attendees can start to bowl once they pay the $5 fee at the front. Reporting from Richland, Caleb Stipkovitz, Apple Valley News Now.
Caleb, thank you. Atomic Bowl is located at 624 Welshon Way in Richland.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Hayden Nix.
Well, let's look at this forecast here because we are still tracking some of those rain chances in the forecast for the next couple of days here before we see some changes coming our way. So these highs in the 70s, yeah, we're going to see them abruptly leave us going into this weekend. But also, we're keeping an eye on some potential flooding due to the fact we're seeing some excessive rainfall across the Cascades. So let's get to that. So we still are dealing with the Pineapple Express. We've got a lot of moisture coming through the areas of the northwestern U.S., and that is still going to play out over the next 48 to 60 hours here, with Futurecast, satellite, and radar showing you how this will continue to play out here. Now, we've got a frontal boundary. It's just one of a series of these systems here that will be navigating its way through the northwestern U.S. and parts of Canada. Now, as we make it into Thursday, notice we still got a good bit of green showing up across western portions of Washington State. A lot of this is going to be on the western side of the Cascades, as you know, but we are going to see at least enough rainfall on the eastern side of the Cascades for us to see some rainfall, especially along our areas right along the eastern side of the Cascades. But it all comes to an end on Friday evening as we begin to see a frontal boundary moving through. It's the final journey before the moisture begins to taper off and we see a transition coming our way as we have some drier air begin moving in behind the front. But it's also going to be some cooler air as well, with that big ridge of high pressure starting to move into the Pacific Northwest. This is going to translate to a beautiful weekend. and actually returning us back to near normal values for this time of the year. We should be seeing highs in the mid-50s, especially in the Tri-Cities area, but we're not getting anywhere close to that over the next day or two, as we've already witnessed that. But with all the rainfall, we are watching some certain locations here, especially the Natchez River there, where we're looking at this point, we're just a hair below minor flood levels here. So as we watch how this plays out over the next 96 hours, we could be getting towards the moderate, which is at 19 feet. So we're just right at it for the forecast, and that is going to be for early Saturday morning. So certainly something worth watching, and also just be aware creeks and streams in the area, that could be a problem in several locations. Now for the ski report, if you're still planning to go out there, especially over the next couple of days, we are looking at base depth lowering, especially for Schweitzer. It's going to drop down to around 25 inches. That was the latest report as of today, and then a base depth of 27 as we move along into Ski Bluewood, with temperatures in the mid-40s with no new snow currently, but we could see a little bit coming our way over the next day or two. White Pass, base depth at 60 inches, and we're looking at 46 and chances for rain as you're right there on the Cascades. Now, as I mentioned, the forecast shows only a half of an inch, maybe a little over that for Bluewood, nothing Thursday and Friday. Back to the top of the forecast for Wednesday night. Tonight, we've got readings in the 40s and 50s for overnight lows, but we're going to crank it back up to the 70s for tomorrow and Friday for the Tri-Cities. Back to around 60 on Saturday and Sunday. Low in rain chance on Tuesday. Yakima, 60s tomorrow. Mid-50s for Saturday and Sunday. Low in rain chance by next week with temperatures in the low 40s. We'll have to keep an eye on next Tuesday for Ellensburg. We could see a little bit of some mix there, especially if those temperatures stay cool enough. And Hermiston, beautiful next couple days, and carrying that into the weekend, with Walla Walla finishing up with 70s for the first official day of spring on Friday. Upper 50s back Saturday and Sunday.
I am ready for spring, I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
Thank you so much,
coming.
Hayden.
It's coming.
I know, and on a Friday, it's going to feel great, right?
For sure, for sure. All right, coming up next, a body camera captures what happens when police work meets citizen cooperation, the split-second decision that changed everything.
This tax season, Walker's Furniture is giving you a sales tax discount equal to double the sales tax. Plus, with no money down special financing, you can save now and pay over time. This week at Walker's.
These days, the world is moving faster than ever, but I like to say, not so fast when it comes to a progressive disease like chronic kidney disease. Jardiance is a little pill proven to slow the progression of CKD and reduce the risk of kidney failure, which can lead to dialysis.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Find the goodness of slow by saying, not so fast, CKD. Ask your doctor about Jardiance.
On your period, sudden gushes happen. Say goodbye, Gush Fears. Always ultra thin. It's made with rapid dry technology that absorbs 3 times faster. Hello, cleaner, drier, fresher. Always Gush ready.
Want to get more done with one sheet? Grab Bounty. While ordinary brands can't hold up, one sheet of Bounty keeps working even when wet. Can your paper towel do all that? Bounty, the quicker picker-upper.
There was a nice lady who lived in a shoe. She had so many children, she didn't know what to do. I need a bigger house, but with so many choices, who can I trust to help me with a loan? So she called her friends for advice, and they knew exactly what to do.
Yakima Federal helped us when the big bad wolf blew our house down. They had great service and offered a fantastic rate on our new home construction loan. And they won't sell your loan to the big bad wolf.
I'll call them tomorrow. Skip the wolves. Trust Yakima Federal with your next home loan. You'll be glad you did.
We are the Dillos. We are from Northern Kentucky. Being out in a rural area, coverage is pretty hit and miss with other carriers, so switching to T-Mobile solved a lot of problems that we had.
I'm able to use T-Satellite now. We've got coverage no matter where we're at.
America's best network meets off-the-grid satellite coverage with T-Satellite. And now switch to T-Mobile and get free phones for $0 down. Plus 4 lines for only $25 per month per line.
Better service, better price, win-win.
This tax season, Walker's Furniture is giving you a sales tax discount equal to double the sales tax. Plus, with no money down special financing, you can save now and pay over time. This week at Walker's.
Check this out. Body camera video shows a dramatic chase in Oklahoma City this month. Police say an officer started driving after 2 suspects on mini bikes and ended up pursuing one on foot. Take a look, because then this happens. He encounters a stranger in a vehicle who's willing to assist. The officer jumps on the hood of the car and shouts, "Go, go, go, go." The two catch up with the suspect, who has come to a stop. The officer takes him to the ground as backup arrives.
Police in Pennsylvania are searching for the person who assaulted a crossing guard. The incident happened Monday outside an elementary school. The crossing guard was on duty when the attack took place. Police released this surveillance video of the assault, which shows an individual run up to the victim. She runs, then stops. The man then punches her in the face, sending her to the ground before the man runs away. The police chief says the crossing guard was hospitalized but is now recovering at home.
Still ahead in our 6:30 half hour, deep snow leads to multiple rescues for Kittitas County emergency crews. What officials want you to know to prevent the dangers of winter recreation.
First Alert Weather Radar, sponsored by Idaho Central Credit Union.
I think this is my favorite. Okay. Hon, what do you think of this?
From design and products to removal and installation, we handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Don't relocate, renovate. Avoid rising interest rates by changing your bathroom, not your home. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
Welcome to KVH Orthopedics, now in our newly renovated space that's modern and welcoming, with appointments available when you need them. Our state-of-the-art facility and advanced technology provide expert diagnostic and surgical care. Our team is with you every step of the way, helping you get back to the life you love. Experience the next level of orthopedic care at KVH. Schedule your appointment today. Kittitas Valley Healthcare, your home for health.
Whoa. How are you doing that?
I just started banking with ICCU.
ICCU?
Best banking experience of my life. Smart technology, great rates, benefits with my checking. Plus, it's just nice to talk to people who actually care.
And that made you able to lift a bazillion pounds?
You tell me. Hey, you got any more 45s back there?
Everything you need for your banking and everything you love about a credit union. ICCU. Life's greener here.
My skin's always so dry. Leggings it is.
Try Olay Hydrating Body Wash. It's the secret to lasting moisture, with 10 times the moisturizers to repair your skin barrier. Go from dry to visibly hydrated.
Love the skin you're in.
Olay Hydrating Body Wash and Lotion.
Just stress sweating through my third set of scrubs. Totally normal, very healthy. I'm sure it's not a sign of emotional unraveling.
You need new Secret Clinical Antiperspirant, STAT. Secret gives 3 times more stress sweat protection.
Thanks. Got a bunch.
Secret, stay fresher under pressure.
Bring on the spring at the Honda Spring Event. Take the road trip you've been dreaming of with an efficient new Honda. Turn heads with unmistakable style and sport-tuned suspension. All from the 2025 Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a 2.99% APR on a 2026 HR-V.
Chevy trucks are as capable and dependable as the Chevy people who drive them. You probably know one. Your sister. Your buddy. The ones who always show up. They all have that little extra something. And maybe you got it too.
It's Chevy Truck Month.
Right now, get over $7,300 total value on this 2026 Chevy Silverado. Plus, Costco Executive members can get a $12.50 members-only incentive.
A new head coach and a new attitude, but it's still the most exciting game in the Pacific Northwest.
Oh my!
Seattle Kraken Hockey.
That's hockey, baby!
Seattle Kraken Hockey, sponsored by Legends Casino Hotel.
Next ET.
I feel incredibly lucky.
Zendaya on her I Do's to Robert Pattinson. We're at the LA premiere of The Drama. Plus,
hi ET.
Gabby Wendy's reality TV return. Next ET.
Tonight at 7 on Apple Valley News Now.
Right now on Apple Valley News Now, live at 6:30.
Citizens demand answers about Port of Benton operations. How citizens for a better port are pushing for change after questionable contracts and maintenance practices.
Plus, Toppenish schools fight back against rising energy costs, what Valley View Elementary is doing to save thousands and create learning opportunities.
Your news at 6:30 starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now at 6:30 on your side.
And we do want to begin with this. If you are expecting a loved one home right now, well, they may be delayed.
That's right. You are taking a live look. This is I-182. And where is it? Road 68. And so we do know that there is a large emergency response out there, as you can tell from this vantage point. What you can't see from this vantage point and what we are seeing from other images we are just now getting in of the scene is it looks to be that there is a overturned car and another car in the median. And we are working to find out what exactly happened, work to get you that video and more information and learn if anyone has possibly been hurt. But again, this is at Road 68 and I-182. If you have to go out right now, we would suggest staying away from this area because traffic is moving rather slowly around this, and we want to give all of the emergency responders the room to do what they need to do to hopefully make sure everybody is safe.
All right. Well, let's talk weather now. First Alert meteorologist Hayden Nix is in for Stacy Lee. And Hayden, I can see behind you that the trees are changing colors.
They are changing colors. We are officially going to welcome spring on Friday. So we're just now under 48 hours out from when we'll officially observe the astronomical spring equinox there. We're 12 hours of equal daylight from the North Pole to the south. And then after that, we'll just continue adding a little bit more daylight each and every moment of the day. Now, First Alert radar is going to show you that we do have that cloud cover ahead of us, and it's not translating to any rainfall, at least here, but back off towards the northwest, we are dealing with some showers, and that is expected as we do have a big moisture river over the top of us, and that is not going to translate to rainfall everywhere, but we are going to see some showers in our viewing area. We'll talk more about that in just a little while. But wind gusts on the light side for this evening, very typical 10 to 20 miles per hour, although we do have a little bit more of a higher spell back off towards Yakima, where temperatures are still holding at 72 degrees here at the 6 o'clock hour. We've got 60s elsewhere down in the valley, 66 in Tri-Cities. And then for tonight, the forecast lows will be dropping down into the 40s for most locations. We'll go with, it looks like 52 for Walla Walla, 49 for Pendleton. Big weather stories as we continue on, though. We're going to see those low-end rain chances carry on for a couple more days with highs still in the 70s, but it's not for long. We'll talk about how cool we could get this weekend coming up.
All right, Hayden, thank you. New at 6:30, Kittitas County deputies are issuing a warning about the dangers of winter recreation after multiple rescues over the weekend.
On Saturday, 2 snowmobilers were reported overdue near Snoqualmie Pass after apparently getting stuck in deep snow. Search and rescue found them the next morning at an emergency camp they built to wait out the night. They were safely helped back.
At the same time, deputies rescued a woman who injured her knee and was unable to leave the wilderness. She was transported to receive medical care. Another group in the Menastash Wilderness called for help but managed to exit on their own before a rescue team could reach them.
Authorities remind travelers that winter conditions can change quickly and urge everyone to check weather and avalanche risks, carry proper gear, and be prepared for emergencies before heading out.
Staying in Kittitas County and also new at 6:30, Ellensburg police investigating a threat made toward Morgan Middle School earlier today. Here's what we know. Officers say they kept students indoors as a precaution while working the area. Police say they are closely working with the school district and added that they respond to similar threats each year using safety protocols. They added the school was not in a secure status and there was no indication of an immediate threat, but the investigation will continue.
In continuing coverage now, the Citizens for a Better Port made their voices heard at last night's Richland City Council meeting. Former Benton County District Court Judge and Group Chair Eugene Pratt, along with District 1 petitioner Marie Noroni, urged the council to push for more transparency, stronger financial oversight, and clear decision-making at the Port of Benton. The group has been active for months, calling for reforms over what they describe as questionable contracts and management practices that could impact taxpayers and local businesses.
I would respectfully submit that this council should demonstrate no less concern for the state as, and arguably more, the residents of the city of Richland, for the thousands of business owners who comply with the law, pay their services, and obtain the permits and inspection required in the Richland Municipal Code.
According to the Citizens for a Better Port, a hearing on the recall is scheduled for March 25th at 9 in the morning at the Benton County Justice Center.
Kennewick leaders are working to take control of key waterfront land along the Columbia River. The city is pursuing a shoreline to transfer land from the U.S. Army Corps of Engineers, including Columbia Park and areas near the Blue Bridge. Officials say local control would allow more flexibility for future use.
We're ready to go to the feds and go through the congressional process to get that lands reconveyed from the Army Corps back to the city.
Officials say the city is also working on additional improvements in Columbia Park, including plans for a new splash pad.
One elementary school in the Toppenish School District is moving closer to renewable energy.
Yeah, new at 6:30, Apple Valley News Now's William Albert spoke with district officials about how Valley View Elementary is taking steps toward a cleaner future.
Valley View Elementary is undergoing a clean energy transformation aimed at lowering utility costs and improving emergency preparedness. The Toppenish School District received funding through a Washington State Department of Commerce grant to install solar panels and a battery storage system on campus. The project focuses on improving energy efficiency in older school buildings while meeting federal energy standards. District leaders say the effort was driven in part by rising electricity costs across the district.
Getting this project up and running was really the result of rising energy costs or associated with electricity here at Valley View. And really just district-wide. So, you know, we've looked at it and kind of year to year, we've seen massive jumps in the amount we're paying for energy. And in 1 year, specifically 27%.
Capel says the project is now in its final phase. Solar panels have already been installed on the school, and crews recently poured the concrete pad that will support the battery storage system. Once installed, the system will store excess energy generated by the panels and provide backup power during outages.
After the concrete is poured, all we have to do is wait for the battery energy storage system to arrive. They take about 6 months to produce since they're custom made, and so ours is en route to us.
District leaders say the battery system is a key part of the project, especially after recent wildfire-related outages impacted the area.
2024, we had a series of wildfires that were causing a series of power outages in our district. And so what the storage unit will allow us to do is store that energy so that if we were to have more wildfires or large-scale power outages, it will remain operations in our buildings.
Toppenish School District officials tell me that with this solar panel project, the school district has the potential to save thousands of dollars every year. However, they also tell me with the addition of this battery system for storage, they have the opportunity to not just save money, but also make this an educational experience for students.
So the battery energy storage system has a monitoring dashboard, which actually provides data and analytics that we can leverage to work with our STEM students and really build in some educational components here in Toppenish, showing exactly how this energy system is working to reduce energy use.
District leaders say the project will not only reduce costs and improve reliability, but also serve as a hands-on education educational tool for students while supporting a more sustainable future. In Toppenish, William Albert, Apple Valley News Now.
Officials say the system is expected to be fully operational by May, with a community event planned to showcase the new technology.
All right, coming up next here live in our 6:30 half hour, defending champs clash on the soccer field. Who came out on top as Chiawana takes on Richland in a battle of last year's district and league winner?
You won't want to miss that, and you won't want to miss this either. We have a look at your full First Alert weather forecast, and we are continuing to follow this crash here as well along I-182. We'll keep you posted as we continue to learn more. Stay with us.
Most people who have lived through an opioid overdose have something in common. They didn't do it alone. Someone was there when they OD'd. Someone had naloxone. Someone called for help. So, if you use opioids like fentanyl, know who your someone is. Use with them when you can. Have naloxone with you. And make sure your someone is ready to help you if you need it. Just like you would for them.
What's more powerful than an unexpected storm? Insurance that helps clean it up. Western National Insurance. That's the power of nice.
Bring on the spring at the Honda Spring Event. Honda vehicles are built for exploring, with available features like all-terrain tires, off-road tuned suspension, and Trail Watch. All from the 2025 Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a 2.49% APR on a 2026 CR-V.
Have you heard about refractive lens exchange? K2 Vision RLE means no glasses, no contacts, and no readers permanently. And you'll never develop a cataract.
No glasses or readers. K2 Vision RLE.
Bathfitter knows what you're looking for. The perfect style for your bath remodel with the look of tile you want. New textures, shapes, and styles. Works with your budget? Low maintenance. With no messy grout to clean. Quality and beauty that lasts, backed by a lifetime warranty. Sounds like Bathfitter styles are your match. And with new designs, now there's even more to love. Time to set a date. It just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
We need a secure place for our savings after that little girl broke in and...
She broke my little piggy bank. I checked all my socials and asked around. Little Red Riding Hood and the Three Pigs all said the same thing.
Yep, they say Yakima Federal Savings and Loan is safe and secure.
I bet the big bad wolf can't even get in there. And there are 10 of them right here in our forest.
Only one local bank is right for a bear's hard-earned honey.
Yakima Federal Savings and Loan. Not too big, not too small, just right. Member FDIC.
The journey on Rocky Mountaineer has been incredible so far. It feels like you can reach out and touch the mountains, and I've never felt so taken care of. You really just have to be here.
Experience the Canadian Rockies by Luxury Rail. Rocky Mountaineer.
With early detection, survival rates for colon cancer are as high as 90%. There's more about colon cancer screening at applevalleynewsnow.com.
Prosser Digestive Health Center reminds us that colon cancer screening saves lives. This is how we care.
Back now with local sports, and we are hitting the field where the Chiawana High School's boys soccer team started their season off with a big win against Richland.
Apple Valley News Now's Jake Gable recaps their opening win after finishing 4th in the state last season.
Last year, Chiawana had their best finish in school history, ending the season with a 4th place finish in the state. But a new season wipes the slate clean, and they started their season against Richland. Winning tonight didn't just mean a win to start the season, but it also represented the two teams that won the district and the conference last year, making this one extra special.
Well, there's no hiding from it. They're the defending league champs, and we're the defending district champs, so we wanted to make sure and put in a good performance. And it was great to get a first win of the season, but we kind of have a mentality to enjoy it tonight, put it behind us, and then get ready for Hanford on Friday.
The game started with a quick goal 4 minutes in by Chiawana. The score would remain there until Chiawana's Eli Sanchez scored 2 goals in the final minutes. Richland would score in the final seconds, but it would not be enough, with Chiawana winning 3-1.
Yeah, I mean, first goal of the season, got to start it off high, and I mean, to get on the end of our freshman playing center back, OCL, he played me a beautiful ball, and I just got on the end of it and poked it right in. So it was a great experience. I mean, good for the whole entire team to take a bigger lead and kind of walk away with winning mentality.
Although rival schools, Sanchez made it a point to show respect to his opponent after the game.
So yeah, there's a great team. I mean, some of my teammates on my club team as well that we're facing. So, I mean, to beat them, it goes mixed emotions. I mean, I want to see these guys succeed, represent all the Tri-Cities, but yeah, our team really showed out today.
Ending last season with a loss in the state semifinals and a loss in the third-place game, Chiawana's goal was to prevent themselves from losing 3 games in a row. And they did just that with a strong opening performance. In Pasco, Jake Gable, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Jake. Chiawana starts their season with a win and prepares to play Hanford in their next game.
For Richland, this was their second game. Now with 1 win and 1 loss, they look toward Southridge as their next opponent.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Hayden Nix.
Well, we still have that atmospheric river to talk about. It's still channeling a good bit of moisture across the northwestern U.S., and it will do so for the next couple of days here before we start to see it shifting away, and we've got some drier air coming back to the forecast. Until then, we've got a problem to deal with. So the Cascades are going to be getting several inches of rainfall from this, and including the eastward side. And that is going to translate to some problems, which we'll discuss in just a moment. But as far as rainfall coverage is concerned, it's very limited outside of the slopes and the Cascades there. In the valleys, and especially in the Blues and the foothills, 10% or less in most locations there. So as we watch this navigate for Thursday and Friday, we've got not 1 but 2 lows that will continue to feed through here, but the final one that we're showing here will be moving through Friday. Once we get that cold front cleared, we are going to begin to see a ridge of high pressure setting up on the backside of the system, allowing for that clockwise flow of air. We'll have more of that northerly wind flow and some drier air coming back in here. And take a look at that. Sunshine more in abundance as we move into this weekend. The only downside is if you've been enjoying the warmer than normal temperatures, we are going to see a change coming back. And when I say change, we're just getting back closer to normal conditions for this time of the year. We should be in the mid-50s, especially in the Tri-Cities area. We've been around 15 to 16 degrees above that, so we'll have to watch that and see how it trends though afterwards. So river levels, I do want to bring this up because of the rainfall with the Cascades area. Creeks and streams are going to be a problem for the next couple of days here as we see excess water coming in. But at least on this system here for the Natchez River, we are going to see for right now just below minor stage. And then as we see the forecast continue on into Friday night and then Saturday, we are going to be watching this increasing towards the moderate level. And that'll be an area that we've got to address. If anybody is going to be within that flood stage area, that we'll have to address that and be alert for any of that rising water there, but hopefully it'll start to recede pretty rapidly. Back to tonight's forecast, temperatures across the board will be in the 40s with the exception of Walla Walla in the lower 50s. Rain chances not all that great except for Yakima and Ellensburg. Wind gusts behind me only around 10 to 15 miles per hour, varying out of the west-southwest. But let's take a tour though as we look around the area where the Cascades for tomorrow. Those temperatures are going to be in the 40s and 50s with the rain chance pretty decent out there. As I mentioned, we are going to be seeing the best rain chances for that area. For the Kittitas Valley, I'll step out and show you here. We've got readings anywhere from Cle Elum in the mid-50s all the way to the low 60s as we head towards Ellensburg, a 30% chance there. For Yakima Valley, we'll be in the 70s tomorrow, maybe a little more sunshine to play with there. Lower Columbia Basin will be in the mid-70s too, sharing those same temperature readings for the Blues as well as the foothills and the Blue Mountains in the 70s there. Will be those 69 for Battle Mountain Summit and 58 for Tollgate, with just a very small rain chance in the forecast. To expand that out though, first day of spring, 72 for the Tri-Cities. Yakima, upper 60s. We'll go with 50s though for this weekend. That should be about average. Ellensburg, 49 on Saturday. We'll have to keep an eye on next Tuesday. Temperatures may be flirting with some below freezing and precip, so we might have a little mix to deal with. Hermiston, 60 next Tuesday, and they'll be the same we'll see Saturday and Sunday after 74 this coming Friday. And Walla Walla, 70s over the next couple of days, 50s for Saturday and Sunday.
All right, Hayden, thanks so much. Coming up in What's Trending, Tina Fey returns to Saturday Night Live this weekend, but we'll tell you why there's a new twist to the show that's keeping the same comedy format. That's when we come back.
The little pill with a big story to tell.
Jardiance plays a role in my story, too. I have type 2 diabetes, but I manage it well with Jardiance, a once-daily pill that helps lower my A1C. It works 24/7 in the body to flush out some sugar.
And for adults with type 2 diabetes and known heart disease, Jardiance can lower the risk of cardiovascular death, too.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine and infection between and around the anus and genitals. Both may be fatal. Severe allergic reactions, dehydration, urinary tract or genital yeast infections in men and women, and low blood sugar. Stop taking and tell your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, rash, swelling, trouble breathing or swallowing. Tell your doctor about lightheadedness, weakness, fever, pain, tenderness, redness, or swelling between the anus and genitals. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
Jardiance is a little pill with a big story to tell. And if you ask me, it's pretty swell.
Action! Play your cards right in the Lucky Draw match game at Legends Casino Hotel. Every Thursday in March, 4 winners are guaranteed to take home $2,000. And get ready, because we're upping the ante. Pick 7 cards to reveal multipliers. Match the right ones and deal yourself up to $10,000. Use your Legends Rewards card to get in on the action. Don't fold on your chance to win big. Play Lucky Draw every Thursday in March, only at Legends Casino Hotel.
Bring on the spring at the Honda Spring Event. Take the road trip you've been dreaming of with an efficient new Honda. Turn heads with unmistakable style and sport-tuned suspension. All from the 2025 Kelley Blue Book Best Value brand. Right now, you can get a $219 per month lease on a 2026 Civic LX sedan.
When it comes to legal matters, you need someone you can trust. At Morphine Law Firm, we are sincerely grateful for the last 5 years of trust and support you've given our firm. Your trust and support have been a major driving force behind our mission for justice. We offer free consultations, and we may not always tell you what you want to hear, but we try to steer you in the right direction. We appreciate your continued trust and confidence in Morphine Law Firm.
When my mother heard about Pure Talk's latest offer, she said, "Michael, that's a third of what I'm paying my current provider. How's that even possible?" I said, "Ma, your current provider spent $12 billion last year on advertising and promotion. Pure Talk hired me to make a few commercials on my iPhone. That's why you can get unlimited talk and text with plenty of data on a crazy fast 5G network for just $25 a month. You're welcome. Pure Talk, everything you need, nothing you don't."
First Alert Weather Radar, sponsored by Idaho Central Credit Union.
Time for What's Trending. Tina Fey is returning to Saturday Night Live, but you have to go to across the pond to watch her. Fey will host the first episode of SNL UK, which premieres this Saturday.
She'll be joined by musical guest Wet Leg. The show's format will be very similar to its American counterpart, so expect to see an opening monologue and a satirical news segment.
Yeah, SNL UK will broadcast live from London. The cast includes Al Nash, Jack Shep, and Larry Dean. It will broadcast on Sky One.
The winner of the 2026 Iditarod Trail Sled Dog Race in Alaska crossed the finish line last night.
Oh, let's take a look. It was the second win for Alabama-born Jesse Holmes, who finished the nearly 1,000-mile trek in just over 9 days. He held a commanding lead throughout the race to finish in just under 9.5 days.
There he is, the fist bumping and all as he's crossing the finish line there. Holmes is the first musher to win this event back-to-back since six-time champ Dallas Seavey did it in 2014 and 2015. Look at that. He's probably just very relieved to be back, and what a journey.
And such a tradition.
It is. I'm sure
the great state of Alaska.
I'm sure a lot of stories to tell along the way as well.
For sure, for sure. All right, coming up next, we'll have a final look at your forecast. Stay right here.
I have two options for you to take a look at. What do you think?
From design and products to removal and installation, we handle the entire process to create a beautiful and functional bathroom for whatever your life needs. Rebath, with you every step of the way. Fast removal, fast installation. Our remodels take only days, not weeks, so you can love your bathroom sooner. Call us or visit rebath.com and save $1,000 off your complete bathroom remodel.
At the Pacific Campus, our medical care for seniors is built with intention. We take time, we listen, we create personalized plans designed for strength, clarity, and longevity. And because your care is inside the PC, wellness isn't separate from your healthcare. It's part of it. Membership isn't required, but many choose it to stay active and connected. Call, text, or stop by. We're always here for you. Your fourth quarter matters. Let's play it strong.
Spring is in the air and creativity is blooming at Custer's 27th Annual Spring Arts and Crafts Show this weekend at the Hapo Center in Pasco. Shop from over 150 Northwest artisans featuring fine art, handcraft, and specialty foods. The variety and quality of work make this popular show a must-see event. Gather your friends for a weekend of creative fun and join us in celebrating and supporting local and regional artists and crafters. Tickets on sale now at custershows.com.
Nob Hill Casino invites you to have a ball. Not only do we have the friendliest dealers in town, but our progressive games have amazing jackpots. Play great Vegas-style table games 7 days a week. And when you join our Players Club, you'll unlock exclusive rewards every time you play. Plus, Players Club members automatically take part in our Have a Ball drawing every hour on the half hour from 9:30 to 2:30. So grab your friends and take the short drive to Nob Hill Casino, where the locals come to win.
Workers and the families of deceased workers who worked at the Hanford site are now eligible for compensation for diseases and illnesses. This may be in addition to compensation already being received. Smart Law will be hosting a Hanford Workers' Compensation educational dinner at their Kennewick office on Thursday, April 23rd at 6 p.m. To register, call 509-735-5555. Dinner provided. Smart Law, smart choice.
Hey Ham fam, Easter is April 5th, and when family gathers, spend less time cooking and more time with them. At Honey Baked Ham, we have everything for your Easter feast, like our fully cooked spiral cut ham dripping with our famous glaze, or serve up a smoked or oven roasted turkey breast, or our perfectly seasoned, deliciously marbled prime rib. Add delicious sides and desserts, and your Easter dinner is ready to enjoy. Order online or give us a call today. Honey Baked Ham, helping you enjoy your time together.
Dateline tonight on Apple Valley News Now's My Network TV.
We'll keep highs in the 60s tomorrow for Ellensburg and Yakima. Then we'll cruise into the 70s from Tri-Cities all the way through Walla Walla on our graphic here. And we've got just a low end rain chance for Ellensburg and Yakima, 30% for Ellensburg, 10% for Yakima, with that atmospheric river just above us that's giving us that subtle rain chance, but not for all. Tri-City staying dry tomorrow. 72 for the first day of spring. We cool things back down as we head into Saturday and Sunday thanks to a frontal boundary. That will be the final departure of the atmospheric river. We'll go with mid-50s though for Yakima both Saturday and Sunday. Low and rain chances return by Tuesday and Wednesday of next week.
All right, Hayden, thank you so much. Looking forward to spring.
Yes.
As it were. All right. Well, we are still continuing to follow that breaking news crash on I-182 in Pasco. We'll get you an update on the news at 11.
For now, I'm hoping your news is good news.